In a dark place, we find ourselves, and a little more knowledge lights our way. That is a quote from Revenge of the Sith. Didn't give me a character of who said it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you who either because I was like, I wonder who said that.
I feel like it'd be Yoda. So whimsical in his way of talking.
Except he said it in his own backwards way.
Yeah, he would say, a little more dark,
A little more darkness, a little more knowledge lights your way. In a dark place, we find ourselves.
There it is.
What?
Huh? What the fuck did you
Yoda, say that again real quick.
Time for your bullshit I do not have. Repeat himself, Yoda does not. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Bitch, yeah.
yeah.
Whore mouth.
His fucking laugh from his he never did that laugh in the new prequel trilogy.
He was a lot more serious.
Yeah.
When he got old, he was just like, I'm a crazy old swamp hermit.
Probably because Dagobah probably had some dope ass weed.
Yeah.
He had that good
He
kush.
had that good on that swamp good.
Fuck it.
That doesn't sound very good.
That sounds like swamp ass.
He had that good swamp.
Gross.
He was getting ripped.
But yeah, as we stated last week, today we'll be doing a tier list for y'all on Star Wars characters, and we will be taking everything into account, not just powers and all that stuff or coolness factor.
Not just live action interpretations of these characters. We'll try to go over everything we've seen them in.
Yeah, how they've been written or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we got for you guys. Hope you guys like it. I'm Michael E.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Big F and Nerd.
Hey.
Effing nerd.
Oh, whoa. Is that what you do after you beat them and then you beat him? Oh God! Little gremlin.
Just
You're like a bad mixture of Yoda and Smeagol.
or depending on who you ask, just the right mixture of those two.
So Matt, real quick before you give me your fact, real quick.
Okay.
Chuck Norris once punched a man in the soul. Chuck Norris once had a heart attack. His heart lost. When Chuck Norris looks in a mirror, the mirror shatters because even glass is not dumb enough to get in between Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris.
Oh, the Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris can tie his shoes with his feet.
What the fuck? Chuck it, don't.
I was doing this all today.
Just looking up Chuck Norris.
I was saying a bunch of one of my coworkers. Champions are the breakfast of Chuck Norris.
What the fuck? How did that shit even start?
I have no idea. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that like a permanent wheelie?
I was
though?
like, yeah.
No, I don't want to piss off Chuck Norris though.
So can everybody else who rides a unicycle.
How many people can ride a unicycle though?
Chuck Norris roundhouse kicks.
But yeah, just through the wall. I'm just like, oh. I'm so sorry, Matt.
All you see is a Walker Texas Ranger belt buckle like through the fucking hole in the wall. Pulls his leg out, just, gleams through.
And then one more. Chuck Norris drinks napalm to fight his heartburn.
Fuck. That'll do it, yeah.
Just something funny. I don't know why I was telling one of the younger coworkers that I had that there's a bunch of like funny ass Chuck Norris jokes that I thought are way better than dad jokes. Just because they're so outrageous.
Yeah. They
so obnoxious with how they like. I mean, the way that people come up with some of the shit too. You're just like, who thinks of that?
What was the one I heard? You know, he doesn't Chuck Norris when he doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the world down.
Yep.
Some shit like
Yep,
that.
that's in there too. I think there's like, if I remember the list correctly, there's like 501 Chuck Norris things. I was like, why?
So many. Remember we had a cadence, a marching cadence we would do in basic training about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Chuck Norris, roundhouse kick. Fucking shit.
I think we used that one too.
Yeah.
We would march over to the schoolhouse every morning, and sometimes our training leader would just be like, "Go ahead, do the thing,
Do the Chuck Norris one.
do the thing." We've also done the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh yeah, Oh, there's a pineapple under the tree. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Just fucking.
Sorry.
Oh.
I can still hear it.
Stop.
Okay. It was just a very faint little.
Very faint. All right, go ahead,
right.
Matt.
Why? I went the wrong way. Why am I getting slapped? Let me press the slap button.
Do you even know which one it is?
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
Some bitch.
You bitch.
That was like you winding up.
All right. Did you know that Augustus Caesar was the wealthiest man to ever live in history? He was the nephew and heir of Julius Caesar, our Lord and Savior. Emperor Augustus had an estimated net worth of 46 trillion, counting for inflation.
What?
Yeah, 46 trillion.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious. What? Who needs that much money? Why? I don't even understand people that are multimillionaires that have that much money. I'm like, what else can you do with that?
It's like, what is it? I read somewhere they're like why do we have? There shouldn't be billionaires. You know,
Yeah.
like you
No,
made
legitimately.
it. Like you made it. You won. You beat the system. That's it.
Yeah, win the game, turn the game back into GameStop and get a little bit back.
Get a new game. Yeah, you won. You won the millions. You won. Don't. That's it. Stop it.
I've always said, like, if I ever won that type, and I know everyone's like, oh, you don't know because you never win that money, but I'm like, I legitimately don't think I'd be out there fucking spending my money on everything and trying to get more. If I have enough to just live a normal fucking boring life, I'm good.
Yeah.
All I need is video games.
Right.
All I want is my single story house with a basement that has a little gaming room set up, man cave thing going on in there.
Gotta get a cool man cave basement.
Barndominium type style. I want it like that. I love barndominiums. I watch so many videos of them. They're so cool.
Those are cool. You're gonna have to make your own basement there and that dig under.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I got millions. I can do it.
And I would do that. I would have, maybe 5 acres. I don't even need that much.
No, that's
But I would have 5 acres. That's enough to do whatever I want to do. And I'm good. Call it a day.
Yeah. I mean,
And also, a truck.
Yeah.
Because it's going to probably have a dirt gravel road or something like that. So
yeah. I mean, like if I won some millions, I wouldn't get a fucking, Bentley, fucking nothing like that. I'm like, I'm gonna just get the biggest, like most expensive car I'd get that F-150 Raptor, fucking souped up. Just get that and because those are pricey, but they ain't like Bentleys,
yeah.
Get one of those. Yeah, like you said, get a nice enough house.
You don't want the Cybertruck?
No, I saw one of those on the road for the first time like a week or two ago.
I saw one not a week or two ago, maybe a month ago, and it was parked up in front of my job.
I was tripping when I saw it. All of a sudden, like PS1 graphics just drove by.
It's so fucking ugly.
Big old fucking point right in the middle of the roof.
Yeah. Fuck. It's so ugly.
Yeah, I was driving across the bridge going to San Carlos and I was like, oh, they're out in the wild. What the fuck? I didn't know they actually started coming out.
Yeah, they started coming out.
Holy shit.
I think they're still in their, the people who pre-ordered the stuff is able to get it first. But overall, selling of it is still till beginning of 2024.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure Teslas are made to order, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I've heard.
So yeah, you're not able to order it just yet, but the people who pre-ordered it back in 2018, 2019,
Around there, yeah. Something like
those are the people that are able to get their trucks now. Fucking nuts.
that. Dude.
It's so dumb. I wouldn't want that for sure.
No. What if somebody gave one to you?
Sell it.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd probably get a lot more for it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would definitely sell it and get something smaller. Subaru Outback.
I'm on that Subaru life now.
Yeah.
Trying to get one.
Subaru's a good brand. Overall, their cars are just good brands. So, I mean, good cars.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Let's get on
how
in.
about we get into this tier list? Tier list will be going S through F without the letter E. We're going to go, typical school system +1 because the S.
It's S, A, B, C, D, F.
Oh, do you think they should add the S into the school system?
I mean, I only found out about like S tier things because of like Japanese games. And
Right.
shit. Like when they were like S tier, I was like, oh, that means I did bad.
You're over here doing Tekken, doing a fighting thing, and then you have like the perfect combo. And it's like, S.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that must be really bad. And they're like, no, it's really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Metal Gear Solid 5 did that too. I remember like each mission you get
Well,
like, a ranking.
Metal Gear Solid is also Japanese made. It's by
Konami.
Konami. Thank you. I was like, fuck. It's the biggest one of the biggest
the
games.
big one. And they're doing the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake
When?
soon.
I
Can't
remember you mentioning that. I don't think we ever gave a date.
I think it's 3. Pretty sure it's not. Yeah, 3.
But so yeah, we'll go through that, and I'm gonna try to put a graphic up, and you'll see it over our faces, so you'll see where we're
yeah.
putting things
Cool.
at.
I was wondering how we were doing that.
Yeah, I gotta find pictures and all that stuff, make it all nice and pretty.
Yeah.
So, but for now, I will be doing just names of things, and yeah. So, who do
You
we
got-
want to start off with?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Well, let's just go my favorite. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Is that because you gave him a hug? Oh no, you didn't give him a hug.
I shook his hand though.
Yeah, he went. Matt just went to Disneyland like not too long ago. So, all right, Boba. Love Boba.
Yeah.
So,
You seen that video of that dude? Sorry, drinking boba for the first time, and he gets and he goes just fucking in the cup.
no.
Yeah. I know, yeah, that's
Oh
all.
my god.
That's all.
All right, so Boba Fett. I was telling Matt that he's a cool character, but we don't really know too much about him
Yeah.
overall. If you knew a lot about him, you'd be seeing him, or you probably read like some of his comics back in the day. I think he has some new comics from Dark Horse. I think Dark Horse Comics
yeah.
does the Star Wars stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
So there's that, and then we also have the show.
The show and yeah, when he's
And that little bit of
we got a young Boba Fett in the Clone Wars.
that's right, got it. Other than that, he's for me. I know like he's a cool character as like a bounty hunter. One of the oldest or not oldest, but one of the most recent Mandalorians that we knew of until the whole Mandalorian show came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a bunch of more Mandalorians, and also in the Clone Wars, they had a bunch of Mandalorians in there too.
Yep.
For me, I'd probably put Boba, encompassing everything,
Don't say it.
B.
I fucking knew you were gonna say B.
I'd put him B. Overall, we just don't know too much about him in order to really put him higher. Because as a character, like how he's written out,
Well, what I had heard, I think I might have said this once before on the podcast, I don't remember. But what I had heard about him was he was originally supposed to be like the Darth Vader type bad guy.
yeah, I remember.
Because, he's like, aside from Darth Vader, he's the most like striking character you see. You're like, what the fuck? Who's that guy? Man, it would be Star Wars, but a lot
it's
different.
what could have been to what is.
Small alternate universe, Darth Boba. Significantly less intimidating.
Darth Fett.
That's kind of
Darth Fart.
Shut the fuck up. Put some respect on his name when you talk about Boba. I don't know. I want to put him in A, but his show really pissed me off.
His show didn't do him justice as a character.
I know I said it, but when like he's all surrounded by the guys with the shield, and I'm like, go up, go up, go up, go up, and he's just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I guess B's fucking fair.
Yeah, B.
But I'm not happy about it. See, look, he's right.
All right, next, General Grievous.
We've only seen a little bit of him, even less.
Even less, but within that less, we've got somehow a little bit more.
Actually, no, I guess more, because we saw a lot more of him in the Clone Wars.
Right. We did see him a little more.
But we didn't get enough about his backstory.
No, and that's something you'd have to read the comics again. I do know. I don't remember his species.
I don't remember what they were called either. They have a picture of like what they look like before he was all roboted out,
yeah.
robotified.
Yeah, robotified, androided out.
But I don't know. I don't know where to put him. I mean,
I would say because of the lack of material that we have about him. I mean, he's a solid B. Like B's not bad. B's average. B's passing. B's 3.0 GPA.
Good enough.
So, I'd B below Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
I know it's not his line, but I'm gonna take you in warm or cold, buddy. Come on, come on.
All right,
Yeah, B's fair.
B General Grievous.
Yeah, because he does strike an imposing figure,
He's very
even with them all hunchbacked and.
All right, your turn.
I mean, should we just
Yeah, get the main ones out.
Darth Vader?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Are we including Anakin Skywalker in this one? Because it is technically one character.
Like, technically, they're the same person, but
You did not kill Anakin Skywalker.
I did. I did.
You notice how in that scene it got more red when he said that? You're like, oh, fuck.
Because right before that,
It was like half bluish.
you could see the red kind of went out of his eyes, and
Went back to brown.
he's sort of telling Obi-Wan, like, he told him, "I'm not your failure. It's not your fault." But then, and then when he's saying that part in the first half, you see more of Obi-Wan's lightsaber shining on his helmet.
Yeah.
And then when he switches to "I did," that the red comes back in, and you see that little smile a little bit.
Such a
That was
sad
the fucking
scene.
show.
That was. Kenobi was so. Honestly,
he might. I mean,
because I would consider it one character, because that's all his entire.
they're also pretty different.
They are very different, but also the
Okay,
same.
okay,
Same,
well-
same, but different.
I guess to say same but also different. Different but same.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just to make this easier, we'll just consider him one person.
One person.
In which case, I think he's got to go S.
he's
Because, I mean, you got the best of both worlds right there.
Not only just the best of both worlds. I mean, throughout the entire series of Star Wars, it was literally called the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
And it didn't deal with just Luke. It dealt with Anakin, who was the whole reason everything happened within this saga in the first place.
He was the
He's
chosen one.
absolute S.
Yeah.
Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. that
All
one
right.
snuck up.
I'm coming out.
So Anakin, Darth Vader, S tier, too easy.
Too easy.
Since we got main ones, Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay. I mean, that dude's taken out a lot of big timers.
Oh yeah,
I struggle
including Anakin
right and
twice.
at his peak of flexibility, you could say.
But yeah, at both primes of Vader and Anakin Skywalker, when he had started to transition, Obi-Wan took him on. Won both times.
Both times.
Only time Darth Vader beat him was when he was old as fuck.
And he fucking let him.
Yeah, he literally.
And he's like, it is time. It is time. I struggle putting him anywhere other than S2, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, honestly, that's another easy one.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a show after him. Obi-Wan
And,
Kenobi.
you know, he was all fucked up, but he still told Anakin, like, don't make me tell you again.
Yeah.
They beat him down again.
Now, question is, above or below?
Well, considering he beat him, I might put him above.
But this is also how the character is written out. I think Anakin still goes above, but he has to be second. I don't think there's a character that could go above Obi-Wan other than Anakin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah, all right. I'll take it.
I think that's the only way we can do it, just because I mean Anakin's story is just so is heartbreaking. Overall, it's such a fucking sad story.
Yeah.
He was manipulated the entire time.
All time.
Both by the Jedi Council and by Palpatine.
Yep. On both sides.
So that dude had a rough life. So
Not to mention that he was a fucking slave. On Tatooine of all fucking places.
oh yeah, with the hoods.
Ugh. Not a good place to be. Okay, so... Okay, big one again. Let's just go Darth Maul.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I got him right there.
Oh, you got him too.
I got him too.
That's right.
And a stormtrooper there. And a rebel one in there. And,
Yeah.
and then...
Oh my god.
If we were just going off live action, I mean, as cool as he was, I'd struggle putting him above B. And I might put him C if we were just going live action.
But we're not.
But we're not.
We're going off of everything we know media wise.
He definitely got a big boost from Clone Wars and Rebels and everything we saw him in.
Mm-hmm.
And his ending we got, which does say a lot about Obi-Wan again, because he beat him fucking twice. He beat him twice too.
Yeah.
I think I put him A tier.
I would put him top of A tier for now.
Yeah, for now he's top of A.
But yeah, I can't put him S just because as much as we've seen, I mean, oh man, he's gone through a lot though. He fought Palpatine along with his brother.
He fucking begged Palpatine, and we saw him like, no, please.
He fought the fucking what was the dude, the Mandalorian, and won the Darksaber from him. He became leader of the Mandalorian.
The other Vizsla, pre-Vizsla.
Yeah,
Vizsla, the other Vizsla who had it in the Clone Wars.
the one from the
Death Watch.
Death Watch. Yeah.
Vizsla, that guy. Pre-Vizsla, was his name Pre? Yeah. He
He
did a lot of
became the
shit.
leader of Mandalore by right.
Yeah. But he also, I mean, once he got it, he didn't fucking know what to do with it.
He also survived off of pure hatred.
Made his own spider legs down in fucking
Yeah.
trash compactor.
Like that's not an easy feat, I don't think.
No. But
Well-
then again, he was very, very pretty singular minded. He
wasn't dynamic until I think within the last 5 seconds
of his life.
of his life. No, legitimately, because in the final moments of him with Obi-Wan, while he's in Obi-Wan's arms, he's like, "Is he? Tell me this. Like, is he truly the chosen one?"
Obi-Wan's like, yeah.
He goes, "Well, then he will bring balance."
He said he will avenge us.
Yeah, he will avenge us.
Which even then he started leaning, but he was still on that vengeance shit. I mean, like, because pretty much once he got cut in half, his only thought was, "I'm gonna fuck up Obi-Wan. I'm gonna get that son
That's
of
what
a
I'm
bitch."
saying, but that's badass. I'll put him top of A for now.
Yeah,
But
we could shift him around later.
Yeah, well, we could shift him around, and we'll be like, all right, is this like final? Like, this is what we're doing. So Darth Maul, top of A tier. I would think this is one of Matt's favorites as well. Han Solo.
S tier. No, he's not S tier.
As an entire character, I wouldn't put him S.
No. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to put him.
Because we also have a Solo movie.
That's true. And a lot of people, I've said it plenty of times before, but a lot of people, I think that movie got some unfair hate.
That movie is rated higher than the sequel trilogies, other than 7. for me.
100%. Because it came out between 7 and 8, right? I think.
Yes.
Or was it 8 and 9?
No, it was 7 and 8, I believe.
No. It might have been 8 and 9, because between 7 and 8 was Rogue One. I think.
Was it?
I think. Either way, there was those two in between. Yeah, I like that movie a lot, and we got to see a lot more of that backstory, which was fucking rad. Got to see him make the Kessel Run.
Which they always talked about in the fucking movie, and you're like, whoa, what's the Kessel Run?
And so when they were like, they kept talking about the Kessel Run, he was like, we're going to do it. I was like, oh, yeah. And he wasn't bullshitting. He made it.
That Kessel Run was sick.
In less than 12 parsecs.
What the fuck?
He made it. Yeah, I mean, shit. But then if it wasn't for goddamn Harrison Ford hating the character so much, demanding they fucking write him out of the script in the new trilogy, that hurts your rating for me, pal.
I put him below Darth Maul A.
Okay.
Because
I was starting to lean B.
starting lane top of B.
I think so.
Because you also have to think, like, as the character, he did the Kessel Run, obviously. All of his events in A New Hope and in Empire Strikes Back got him to be pretty much a general.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty
of
essential.
sorts. Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, Luke and them couldn't fucking get where they were going.
He is the owner of the Millennium Falcon, and Millennium Falcon played a big part in the movies. So
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most recognizable things about Star Wars. So, all right. A.
So we agree on
A. Yeah.
Below Maul.
Yeah, I think so.
Okie day. Han Solo.
And he's got like the most recognizable blaster in Star Wars.
Yeah, the one that looks like a old World War II.
Yep, old Luger.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those guns were modeled after the World War II guns, right?
Almost all of them were, the old ones anyway.
Yeah.
Like the old Stormtrooper blasters, like an old fucking Sten gun, I think, with the short like 20-round magazine box in the side instead of like the big one. And they had the big MG42 blasters, the big ones.
All right, you next, boy.
Okay, who do I want? Let's go new. Let's go with Ahsoka.
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
We got a lot of information about her.
Lots. So we got a lot to dig through on her. She's pretty badass.
She is badass. The fact that she survived the Order 69 or
Were you on the hub before this?
Rule 34. Jesus. All right, Order 66. Motherfucker.
All right, I'm done.
At how old? I guess she was 14 per se, or maybe 16.
Yeah.
She was young. Way younger than any other Padawan could have survived at that during that tragedy.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and that's just
She was surrounded too.
yeah. She took them all out, but she managed to save Rex.
Right?
Right?
She didn't take them out. She was just She didn't even kill anyone. I don't think she was just blocking them, and then created that hole at the top, and then jumped up.
Yeah. And then she saved Rex. Was it Rex?
Yeah, because he was the one that was like, I don't want to do this, but he's like,
He was fighting it the whole time.
yeah, that was sad.
Soldiers follow orders. Because that was when it hit, and she walks in and he's holding his helmet, just fucking hands shaking.
And then not only that, I mean, she's attempted to train Sabine.
Fucking Sabine.
This is your fault.
She's like, dude.
I think did she partially train Ezra as well?
I think maybe a little bit. Like she was kind of more
Indirect.
like a substitute teacher sometimes.
Yeah.
But Kanan was his. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
A substitute teacher for sure.
Kanan was his master.
So, I mean, there's that. Her fucking master is Anakin.
Yeah,
And
they've squared off a couple times.
and she survived.
Not many. We can count on like one hand the people that have done that.
Bottom of S, honestly.
I think so. Well, plus just the fact that she lost her original lightsabers. Or, well, she didn't get them back. She refused them. I'm done.
From the Jedi Order.
And then ends up purifying
Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress's lightsabers. She's the only person we've seen do that, which is a lot.
It's very impressive.
To purify Sith lightsabers. So, yeah, bottom of S. She's up there.
All right, bottom of S, Ahsoka Tano. Sweet. No, you're going to the bottom. Sorry, sweetie.
Who dat?
Come here. Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom of
She's like,
S.
the top?
Me?
The top?
Me number one?
That's for your
Me
man.
number one. Me number one.
No, that's for your daddy.
Yo, daddy. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ray Skywalker.
F.
Yeah.
She's garbage. I mean, it's not her fault.
Ray.
It's not her fault.
It's Ray.
It's the writer's fault. It's not her fault.
It is the writer's fault, but it does take into account. I mean, she didn't really beat anyone of substance other than Palpatine, and even then, she got help
From everybody.
from literally all the Jedi.
Everybody. Yeah. From literally everybody.
So does that
And
really mean her, or does it just? They're like, well, we wrote her that way. Yeah, but she's pretty one-dimensional. She's not very. There's nothing much about her.
And plus, I still think you really shot yourself in the foot delivering your message with her movie. Because, like, the message of that, at least the last movie for sure, was accepting who you are. And she didn't do that. By the end of the movie, he was like, I'm Skywalker.
Yeah, like, introduce yourself as a fucking Palpatine.
I mean, which, like, I kind of get to an extent. Because, like, Palpatine's not a name you just want to throw around, the Empire. Because people be like, ugh. But, like, just to take somebody else's name, just leave the last name out. I'm Rey. Just Rey,
Yeah.
I'm Skywalker. No, you're fucking not. You're fucking not.
But I loved him.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
Everyone was like, "Oh, I knew I knew that relationship was a thing." I was like, "It wasn't though.
So wasn't.
It was just kind of like one of those last minute, like, I'm gonna die anyway. Fuck it."
Yeah.
Like it was so forced.
Yeah. When they did that kiss, I went.
It didn't feel organic enough.
Like, why?
It did not feel organic enough for me. And even then, like, yeah, it's just not a good character.
She got to be on the bottom.
I'm putting her not her proper Palpatine.
I give her a point because she had a blaster, which is cool.
When?
She had at least in the beginning, she had her blaster and her lightsaber, even though she never really fucking utilized either of them.
I don't even remember her having a blaster.
She had it. Yeah, that's why she didn't really fucking use it, but she had it.
Oh, she had it that one time.
I think at least
it wasn't even her blaster. I don't think it was literally given to her by Han Solo. Han Solo was like, "Here, take this, kid," and she's like, "Oh, okay." Then the one time she fucking uses it was when Kylo Ren was all charging up on her. And goes,
Bitch.
and she's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was literally one time. I wouldn't even call it her blaster. I'd just say she had a blaster.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she's bottom.
Ray Palpatine, F tier.
Yeah, Palpatine.
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Palpatine,
Fucking so big.
so big.
Ugh. Okay, so you said Ray.
I had to get her out of the way. I didn't want to talk about her last.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like avoiding everybody from the new trilogy.
You gotta.
All right, Stormtrooper guy, traitor. That guy.
Oh, Finn.
No,
Right?
no, the guy who called Finn out. And that one who had the
The one with the. What's it called?
the electro baton
Baton
thing.
yeah.
S tier.
S tier. S tier.
He was badass.
Traitor. He actually was putting up a good ass fight too.
I'm kind of kidding, unless you really want to place him. Oh, Chewie.
Chewie, very one-dimensional as a character.
Yeah, well, yeah, very.
Not too much about him. You saw a little bit with him. You couldn't understand him.
Well, the earliest we see of him is in the Solo movie when Han gets tossed into the mud pit, and that's where he meets Chewie for the first time.
Like timeline-wise, the earliest you see Chewie is in,
I guess,
Episode 3.
Okay, yeah,
He was with Yoda.
He was with Yoda and Chief Tarful or whatever in the back. Yeah, okay.
And he even said goodbye to him as Yoda in the little escape pod on Kashyyyk. So that's about it. But, Chewie did nothing. Those clones came up on Yoda, and Yoda had to fucking do something. Chewie's like,
What happened?
Goodbye, Yoda. Oh, sorry. Come here. Puts it on, goes, has Yoda on his shoulder. Chewie's a crybaby, if you really think about it.
Yeah. I mean, well, other than Han, what else was he crying about?
Other than Han,
Yeah.
he also cried about Leia.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very when something bad happens.
Yeah. There's a few. I mean, there's a few times. I think in the older films too, he was also crying about something. When Han also got frozen.
Oh, when he got frozen, yeah, yeah.
Nah, there's a couple of them. Chewie's a very emotional being.
Yeah. He's a big cut teddy bear.
I can't put him in S tier for sure.
I don't think he's in it.
Maybe an A tier. Maybe. And that's like really like trying to.
Yeah, I love Chewie, and I don't think I'd put him in A tier. Everybody loves Chewie, but I can't in good conscience put him in A tier.
Bottom tier below Grievous?
I struggle putting him in B tier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is very, like I say, I mean, the cool thing about him is like, obviously he survived Order 66. I mean, he did everything with Han Solo. He survived up past the Imperial War, and then he survived even the First Order stuff. I mean, he's had his accomplishments. He's a fucking war veteran for sure.
Oh yeah, of multiple wars.
But as a side character, they didn't really give him too much.
Yeah, he's got his bowcaster, which is cool as fuck.
And he's like a true side character. Like he's just there.
Yeah,
They didn't give him too much dimension.
I'd put him top of C.
Top of C?
I think so.
I think that's fair.
Sorry, Chewie.
Chewie, you go in your.
You should have been more of a rage monster.
It would have been cool to see Chewie kind of just go off like how that one dude in Boba Fett.
Black Chrysanthemum, or whatever his name was.
The assassin, the bounty hunter.
The gladiator dude.
Yeah.
Former gladiator bounty hunter dude. Yeah, he was cool.
He was fucking.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
Once Mando got him on his side, I was like, you good. You gotta be okay.
Yeah, exactly. What about Poe?
I like Poe. Poe was the best part of the new trilogy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, top pilot within the
Yeah.
what do they call him? It wasn't the rebels, it was the
Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah. And his X-Wing's cool as hell, black and orange. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite color combos.
And he introduced BB-8 to us. BB-8's sick as fuck.
He's one of the other better part of the new trilogy.
Yeah.
BB-8. And that little fucking dude who fixes C-3PO, those little guys. No, not the droid.
Oh.
The little fucking the little dudes. We saw them in Mando, I think, too, right?
Oh yeah,
Can't remember that, but they're fucking those guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it at one point too. So Poe, I think Poe is actually a good character.
Poe's a super cool character, I think.
But as cool of a character as he is, I'm struggling to think of like
what he did.
Like truly, like what did he do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he was leading sort of. He was the sort of Luke on their attack on the Starkiller base, whatever the fuck it was. You know what I mean, he was sort of the Luke equivalent of that. So that's pretty big.
His maneuverability in that fucking ship too. It was obnoxious. Like he's like,
oh,
like what the fuck?
He rocked the shit out of that X-wing.
I would probably put him bottom B tier.
I think that's good.
Especially because he was a side character, but he was also like a main side character.
Yeah, he was one of the big like three. Rey, Finn, Poe.
Rey, Finn, Poe. Rey, Finn, Poe.
Rey, Finn, Poe. Yeah.
That sounds like a different character.
Rey, Finn, Poe.
Rey, Finn, Poe.
Darth Rey, Finn, Poe.
Nah. And it's just P.O., right?
Yeah, I think so.
Poe
Dameron. And he delivered the best line of the trilogy. The
Which...
Emperor survived. Somehow.
Somehow. That is, yeah. Oh
he said it. We were all thinking it. How? Somehow. I mean, we can just Mando. Din Djarin. Seeing as how he's like the biggest new addition.
He was cool, but he was also kind of boring to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that might have been kind of the point. I mean, because now it doesn't seem like he's not going to be, the main. He's not the main. He's not the main character anymore.
Not really, no.
He was before.
Now we have Bo-Katan, and then
whatever the fuck they're going to do with Grogu.
And Grogu.
Whatever's going to happen with him.
The Mandalorian Jedi.
That would be cool as fuck. But yeah, I mean, he was typical fucking space cowboy, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he was badass. Like, he was a good fighter overall. I mean, he survived a bunch of combats again. Another character that does that, pretty common.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, he very monotone, very not too emotional about shit. Takes too long to decision make. So I would.
And they took away his fucking vaporizer rifle, which was cool as shit.
Oh yeah, that fucking OP ass piece of shit.
That thing was cool as hell.
Just fucking. What the fuck?
They're like, that's illegal. He's like, I think I give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
He gets an extra point because of his N1 fighter. Ship's cool as shit.
You think you like? Oh, the Naboo fighter. Yeah,
Danger zone ship.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. Might be. I'll put him B tier.
B tier.
That's what I think. What do you think?
So B tier, we got Boba Fett, General Grievous, Poe Dameron. Where would you put him among them? Bottom.
Poe, Grievous, and Boba.
Yeah, I'd put bottom.
You put him bottom.
Like I said, he's not. The show itself was dope.
Right now, Poe's on the bottom.
Poe's at the bottom of B.
I'd put him right above Poe.
Right above?
I think.
Really?
I don't know. Do you think Poe? I mean, I don't know. If it came to a ship fight between him and Poe, Mando knows how to fucking fly too, though. Pretty good.
Knowing how to fly and being an expert at flying.
But then he could also just fucking gone.
Well, the X-Wings got hyperspeed.
Yeah, but I mean, we saw how outrageously fast the N1 is. His new ship.
Yeah. However, I will counterpoint this. TIE fighters are the fastest fighters, and Poe Dameron was taking them bitches out.
Mm-hmm. But then also when it comes to a ground fight, Poe's kind of fucked.
But you wait, are we doing Starship fight?
Well,
fighter,
I'm taking it all into account. So we're talking about like a ship fight. Then it kind of cancels each other out at that point, you know? Not saying we're like mashing them up, but like.
I can't think of a time where they would be like, all right, we're done with the ship. we're letting this bitch now. I'm fucking you up.
Like they joust. Fucking get knocked out of the ship. That does it!
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man, I don't. Because I think.
As a character,
What?
I don't think Mando is above. Like, the only thing he had was he beat Moff Gideon. But, you know, at the time, we didn't really, like, know who Moff Gideon was. Like, we knew he was one of Vader's kind of, like, top generals?
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Something
Top
like that.
officers.
Yeah. Well, to be a Moff, you're in charge of like a whole fucking sector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which includes different systems and stuff like that.
But then we gotta give him points for
But he couldn't
the
even
dark saber. But yeah, but
he couldn't even handle the Darksaber.
He was struggling.
Also, he gave that off like a bitch.
Yeah.
He should have lost in combat.
But yeah.
Bo-Katan should have fucked him up. Give me that shit.
I don't know, man. I think he's a little more he's way more multi-purpose than like Poe.
Yeah. I mean, Poe did do a couple things in regards to like spy work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it. I'll
know it.
concede, I guess.
I think it's fair.
I'm putting Boba Fett lower. Mando is better than Boba Fett. No.
Then put him at that top then.
No. What am I doing? What's his fucking name?
Din Djarin.
Din.
D-I-N.
D-I-N.
D-J-A-R-I-N.
D-J-A-R-I-N.
Din Djarin.
Din Djarin. Boy, howdy.
Ding 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 ding.
All right. We can probably do a couple more. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see.
We gotta get some more Sith on the list.
R2-D2.
I was gonna say him. Yeah. S tier.
S tier.
He's fucking rad.
That's like not even.
That's too easy. R2's the best.
he is
He's the best. And he's a fucking thug. R2 don't give
He
a
really
shit.
is. I would put him above Ahsoka in S tier.
Really?
Fuck yeah, dude. He survived everything.
That's true. And he ain't no snitch either.
For real. He didn't have his fucking shit erased like how
C-3PO did like 2 or 3 fucking times.
Yeah.
They're like, who's Darth Vader? He's like, no.
Mm.
And they find out
Archer's
he's
like, I ain't saying shit.
you ain't getting nothing at me. And then they find out he's like, oh wow, that was crazy. Who knew that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
All right, next character.
Plus. Okay, we gotta get some more Sith on the list.
I got a tattoo.
I was like, so we got some more Sith on the list. Should we stick with who we've seen live action, or should we go? Because if we go like,
that's gonna be a
if
whole
we-
nother
if we go
list, and we're gonna
extended,
be here for another
if
hour.
we go extended S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier.
We can always do a part 2
Yeah, and 3, 4,
and 3,
Easy.
4,
All right,
and
so
7.
then, I mean, should we say Palpatine?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Palpatine.
First D tier.
First D tier for him.
No,
I was like, I mean, oh man, bold.
bold.
I mean,
Right above his granddaughter. No,
he's like, fuck.
I mean, when you get into like the lore of Palpatine, he's pretty much been just a sadistic fucking psychopath since birth, pretty much.
Honestly, yeah.
So he's very one-dimensional. He is badass.
Mm-hmm.
He did manipulate fucking Anakin into doing his bidding. He also technically manipulated Count Dooku.
He technically created Anakin, I guess. If we're going off like the comic too, he kind of.
Well, is that a comic or is that fan art?
I think it was a comic. When I saw it, it was like comic strips. I didn't read the physical comic, but it looked like comic strip kind of. So
That's
let's scratch that. Scratch that from the record, because that's
yeah, because then we're gonna have to explain it, and then it's gonna get like really.
plus that makes Anakin
Confusing.
more space Jesus than anything. And he already was, but that makes it like space Jesus,
Yeah.
immaculate conception, Yeah, well, plus he killed his master like a little bitch in his sleep.
He didn't even fucking fight him in combat. He was just like, I'm gonna wait till you fall asleep, old man.
Little bitch. But then,
Darth Plagueis the Wise.
have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis? Anakin just there like, what? Oh, yo. Yeah, but then again, he's the fucking emperor,
For a reason. I mean, he manipulated the Senate. He manipulated.
I am the Senate.
He manipulated everyone in Naboo to become the senator, and then as the senator, he manipulated the entire Senate to be like, "Hey, we need to appoint him as the chancellor." Like he's very deceptive
Yeah,
as
that
a
was
character.
his biggest, whatever ability, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that ability because it's hard to be deceptive.
And he was
It's easy, but it's hard.
to be good on a fucking extremely high level like that.
Yeah,
And
you're
he did
manipulating a bunch of different species.
Mhm.
That's hard to do.
But then once he got it, he was like, "Now you're my bitches."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, A or S.
I don't think he goes that high because he is one dimensional.
I don't think he's S either, for sure. You don't think he's
I'll
higher?
put him A. I'll put him A.
I think A, because he was. I mean,
Below Darth Maul.
yeah. Well, I don't know. He punked on Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Just like we said, Darth Maul was very single-minded. Rage. I'm gonna fuck
They're
you
both
up.
single-minded, but Sidious does have the upper hand in regards to.
Sidious thinks. I'm not saying Darth Maul is an idiot, but like I said, Darth Maul's like, I am so fucking angry. I'm going to
But-
fuck you up.
Yeah, Palpatine, Sidious. He's on a total different level.
Yeah.
All right, so top of A tier. Since you want to go with a little bit more Sith, let's go Count Dooku. You got the master of Qui-Gon Jinn,
Qui-Gon, the apprentice of Yoda.
the apprentice of Yoda. Correct. I have a feeling it was weird just rewatching the trilogy.
What, 1, 2, 3?
And it seemed like he almost wanted to overtake the Emperor.
Oh, yeah. He had his designs.
Yeah, and it was hidden away from the. I mean, obviously, I think the Emperor knew, which is why he kind of recruited Anakin. He's like,
This isn't going to work out long term.
yeah.
This fucker's too ambitious.
Also, he's not dumb.
No, he's smart as hell.
He's what gave Qui-Gon Jinn's ability to like see past the Jedi Council and you guys are doing some weird shit, and I don't think that's how the Jedi are supposed to be.
Yeah, he, would we say master duelist?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because he was fighting off. Now, if we're going off Clone Wars, he was fighting off Anakin and Ahsoka at once, I think.
Yeah. He fought
One
off,
hand behind his back, fucking whap, 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 whap.
He fought off. I forget. Did he? He had to have dueled Asajj Ventress at some point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, because she was his apprentice, sort of secret apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they squared up once or twice.
He is also dueled against Anakin and Obi-Wan at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And he fucking knocked Obi-Wan out of the fight
Twice.
So that's something.
He's also dueled against Yoda
Yeah, and
in a Force battle, and
in the Senate chamber area, hopping between those things, and that's big.
oh, that was Palpatine.
Oh, no, okay, no, I was talking about in the big fucking with the floating platforms.
Yeah, that was Palpatine.
No, that
And the third, because that scene was playing alongside the Battle of the Heroes song, and it was playing or was going on at the same time as Anakin and Obi-Wan's thing, and it flipped back and forth between those fights. When he fought Yoda was when it was after Anakin and Obi-Wan the first time. He had already cut off
Anakin's hand.
and Yoda comes in.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Yeah, and then he shrugged off his robe like his fucking do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did the Force thing.
And then Yoda went off.
That was the first time we got to see Yoda in combat. And we were like, holy shit!
That little fucker's crazy.
He's a little fucking spider monkey.
No shit.
I would A tier.
Easy. Yeah, easy. But who do we put him above? Who do we got in A tier right now?
We got Palpatine, Darth Maul, Han Solo.
Those.
Those are the three that are in A tier.
This is Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
Below Palpatine.
I'd put him above Darth Maul just as a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Darth Maul, if they were to fight, Darth Maul probably would have fucked him up.
Yeah, because I mean, you can be as good as you want, but I mean, Darth Maul knows how to fight, and he's got that fucking
The rage
mode.
The only thing I would say that Dooku has over Maul is Force ability.
Yeah.
Wisdom in the Force. He's been a Jedi and dark side. Can manipulate
And
Force
he
lightning.
was, yeah, and he was, he never went like full Sith. He never had the fucking red.
True. So he had a little bit more. How would you say? ¿Cómo se dice? No,
Balance?
balanced. Yeah.
He was definitely fucking evil. He did some evil shit.
In the cartoon.
Yeah, in the comics and like extended stuff, he did some evil shit, but he was more. Yeah, he wasn't like. He was on the Sith side, but he wasn't full fucking yellow red eyes Sith.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good spot for him.
All right. So A tier.
Yeah.
Finn.
They fucked him over too. He should have been such a better character. He should have been the main character, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think Finn was supposed to be the protagonist, and I think Rian Johnson screwed it up because Rian Johnson came in to the episode 8 with J.J. Abrams stuff going on.
That'd have been a cool ass story. Stormtrooper turned Jedi. Fucking awesome.
And we find out that the stormtrooper was Force sensitive.
Which, like, they told us in episode 7 he was.
Yeah.
But then they just went, forgot about that.
They're like, oh, okay, he's Force sensitive.
Don't worry about that ever again. Ha!
Let's make her a Skywalker or a Palpatine. What? Your parents were nobodies.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not his fault. But
I think because of that blunder, they wrote him poorly. And then they had him try to do some like weird romance thing with Rose.
that was yeah.
I think bottom C, maybe D.
I was gonna put him C.
C,
Yeah.
because they could have had done so much with him, but they fucked him.
All right, let's do one last quick one. It's a big one. It's an easy one, I think. We didn't do Yoda yet.
Yoda.
Yeah. And we just talked about him earlier. And it made me think, fuck, we haven't talked about Yoda.
Oh,
He did a lot. A lot. I think he'd have to go S.
he did do a lot. He failed against Palpatine.
Mm-hmm. And he acknowledged that himself. He was like, I fucked up. And he was like, I never saw any of this coming. Well, he kind of did, but he didn't. He got deceived just like everybody else.
To say he did a lot and did fucking nothing at the same time. If you really think about it, he didn't do shit, and he felt that there was something wrong, but he didn't investigate. He just thought that it was just like, oh, the separatists are the main threat. And like, bro, you allowed the Dark Lord to manipulate everything around you to where your vision was clouded and you couldn't even see straight. You were walking into the darkness. Oh, where did everyone go?
Oh, where do we go?
Everyone go where?
But he would be the first to acknowledge that too. That he's like, he fucked up. And he did a lot after the facts too, which, some could say too little too late, but training Luke
to make amends, but at the end of the day, it was ultimately Luke that did that versus Yoda.
And plus, he wasn't the only one to train Luke, starting with Ben.
I can't put Yoda in S tier.
Top of A?
I think he can go top of A, but I can't put him S tier. I can't. He overall did allow everything to happen.
Yeah, and
he almost rejected Anakin in the first place.
Yeah, most of the council meetings, he's just sitting there quietly like,
You're whimsical, man. You have a lot of wisdom, and you could have done so much more. Like you said, too little, too late. You did make amends with Luke, and ultimately Luke went on to create a better order. But man,
yeah, I'll go with you on top of A.
You slipped up just a little bit.
That'll do.
Top of A.
Yoda.
And that is where we'll have to leave it.
We will.
We could do our own extended universe one of these too.
I want to do one last one.
Oh, okay.
We have to, Luke.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker.
Fucking duh.
We have to.
Duh.
Knowing everything that we know in regards to comics, books, I mean, he would have to be S tier.
I think so. Even with the fuck up that them sort of the how they fucked with him in the new trilogy. Just the fact of him being able to fucking force project himself into that confrontation with Kylo Ren,
systems away.
That's impressive,
right?
And that's just one thing. Beat Vader. Granted, Vader was conflicted.
And Palpatine, technically.
Yeah. Granted, Vader was conflicted already, but he beat him. Made his own lightsaber. True test of a Jedi.
Yeah, he did do the Jedi trials.
Although they do say that the crystal he had was Qui-Gon's. That's sort of some sort of theory I've heard, I think. I don't know how confirmed.
We're going to have to go over an episode with theories of Star Wars.
Oh, there's so fucking many.
Yeah. But I'd love to. That'd be cool.
Because I'm like, how the fuck did he get it? How did he get the crystal?
S tier below Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan did watch over Luke. All of it. Protect him.
That was the last half of his life. The whole purpose.
Literally. That's all he did. He would... even when he was shunned by his uncle
and aunt or whatever, yeah, and that's a good spot for him.
Cool. So that's
it.
That's the tier list for now. We might add on a little bit later,
but we should do our own extended universe because, like we said, the extended universe, Sith and Jedi they're all S,
right.
On this list anyway. But
yeah.
If they get their own, we'd have to make some adjustments.
Yeah. Might have to limit how many can go in which tier.
Yeah, because they're all fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
Outrageously powerful.
But that does it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to Big F for Nerds. We really do appreciate it. Go ahead, check out the bio for all of our socials, and also check out the link down below to donate to the episode or donate to the podcast so that we can continue coming out with episodes more in the future. Also, don't forget, video podcasts are back out, so you can see both of our beautiful faces on separate camera angles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're mixing it up.
Yeah, so go ahead, check that out. I enjoyed this week's thing.
I always have fun talking about Star Wars.
I mean, there's so much. We could make a 5-hour podcast, but I can't edit that long. That would have to be a special one.
And I want to go to sleep tonight.
Right?
All right, yeah, so... next week, we are going to be looking at some bad habits we have video game-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some possible addictions we may have.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Yeah, things, guilty pleasures, even things that I can't stop myself from doing this, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, like I know that I like snacking a lot or while I'm playing, so my fucking keyboard's greasy. And I have to clean it all the fucking time.
Yeah,
That's just one example.
but
But
at least
yeah.
you clean it. I've seen plenty of keyboards that just aren't. How do you?
Why is this key sticking?
Don't ask that question.
No,
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers.
No, not that. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at for next week. Some bad game habits, and I know we didn't get time for Would You Rather today. Star Wars always gets pretty in-depth with us. That'll just be something. Maybe if we have time at the end of next week, we can throw that on.
Would you rather is just a filler.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a good fun way to fill some conversations. Anyway, so if there's some time for that in the end, there you are. But that's what we're looking at next week. Bad video game habits. So, check it out. And as I always say, later, taters.
See you later, nerds.